Oh, there we go. Jeez. Jeez. That's worrisome. What's up, everybody? It's me, Jum Jumington, former CEO of Jumington Dynamics, broadcasting live from the Jumington Dynamics auxiliary heads material source field somewhere in the world. I'm all thrown off now. Yeah, the control software for the interface, even though it's working, quote unquote, spreading audio through, just decided to stop. So I hit the mute button. I'm like, unmute the mic. And it's like, nah, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do any of that. Oh, it's kind of concerning. I mean, sometimes it happens. It can happen as long as it's not frequent. I do have a backup for it if I need it, but it's the Go XLR is what I use, and I'm generally pretty happy with it. But I also know like it's pretty much dead in terms of like updates and support. But I haven't found anything that like completely replaces it. Everything that I look at that might replace it is missing like one thing. I'm like, oh, you know, that'd be great if it just had this one thing. That was one of the first times I encountered like the lies of Google's AI summaries. You know, it's like searching for an audio interface that includes an optical input. It's very important to me for reasons. And it was like, the Wave XLR has an optical input. Like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I know what that device is. I know what it has. And I clicked through, like, where are you getting this information from? And it was the usual thing where it's like, there's an article about audio interfaces, and it mentioned that. And then later, in reference to something else, mentioned an optical input. And it was like, yeah, this is close enough. Son of a bitch. Anyway, apologies for the delay. What's up, Flash? What's up, Perhenmo? What's up, Judd? Welcome back to another exciting round of Wizardry I-II-III, the story of Lil Gammon. Lil Gammon. I always want to put an extra Y in there. And then I'm like, no, that's wrong. And then it makes me question my entire pronunciation. It's a weird spelled word. It's strangely spelled. You can understand my confusion. Confused about a great many things. So, I gotta flip my display back over. What time the collab Friday? What collab are you talking about? What are you talking about? Friday? Wednesday? Are you talking about busting? You talking about doing some ghost busting? I believe you said 6 Eastern, and nobody said otherwise. So it sounds like that's the time. Independent of anybody saying no, I can't make it. It looks like 6 p.m. Eastern on the 6th. We will be exploring. Oh, I guess I should have posted it in there. Like, yeah. I was just looking at that like just now, and it was like, oh, it looks like that's settled. Yes, there we go. I've responded to that. It's supposed to be the new update for Phasmophobia out on the 6th of this month, which is Wednesday. Supposed to add some of the cosmetic stuff. I'm very curious what it will add and what I can make. I'm not expecting a ton. I would love it if I could make myself into a horrible freak show, but a lot of games just don't give me that. They just don't let me be horrifying enough. What's up, Joshua? Welcome in. How you doing? Let's let that SNES game in there. What an exciting weekend. Yesterday I was playing Goose Goose Duck with Glitch Phantom and a whole bunch of other people. It's massive games. Like, I think the max is 16, and we had 16 people in the game multiple times. It was very fun. I quite enjoyed it. It was a good time. Other than that, I was working on that PS2. All right, I got a couple more maintenance things to do on it. I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is. But I'm so curious. I really want to dig into it some more because there's just not. I don't feel like there's good information. Almost made the 4th day. Yeah. I don't. Should I? I feel like I got to bump something on my schedule this week just to have something Star Warsy. I never it always sneaks up on me. I never think about it at all. And then the day arrives and I'm like, I should really do something, really play a Star Wars game. I don't want to play something real long. Watch the Christmas trilogy all the time, episode 7 to 9. I hope you're joking. I don't think they were terrible, but 4, 5, and 6, man, the classics. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's the only trilogy that needs to exist. Everything else is superfluous. The original trilogy, that's all it is. Do the first movie with no sound. No, I can't do those anymore. Well, I shouldn't say I can't, but I can't have like any part of the video on screen whatsoever. Because even when I had like one of the movies I had the last time we did that was like barely visible and like mirrored and blurred and everything, it still got flagged. And I'm like, how have they done this? You really prefer the OG3? I mean, it's hard for me to be like it's better for any critical reason. Those are movies I grew up with. I grew up with those, and so any flaws in them are things that I just completely overlook because I have the fondness of nostalgia for them. I had no problems with individual characters in them. Rey was totally fine. I don't quite understand all the hatred that Rey got. Rey's no better or worse than any other dumb movie character, but you could tell like there was no real plan and the plot was just like incongruous and just kind of fell apart, especially in the last one. Somehow Palpatine has returned is like just summarizes it how bad it was as Star Wars phase as a kid and then just stopped. Star Wars was like such a huge part of my childhood that when I was a little bit older, like middle school, freshman in high school, I had to have been driving. So I've been in high school and found out that I had friends the same age as me who had never watched any of the Star Wars movies. And it just blew my mind. It was like finding out somebody had never looked up at the night sky. Like, how could you not just accidentally run into it? Just like the bright sword and the psychic powers. The powers should have given over to Timothy Zahn. Yeah. I mean, they like pick and choose what parts they want from the novels, right? Because they're like they came through and said like all of the expanded universe stuff is non-canon. And then they're like, but we're going to take, what's his face? The blue guy, Thrawn. We're going to take him. We're going to put him in there. We're going to take some bits and pieces and put it in there. But it's not canon, except when we want it to be. Except when we want to use it. And like Thrawn was in Star Wars Rebels, like that was very cool. And like Thrawn is a cool character and it was cool to actually see him in something. What's your opinion on Disney about Star Wars? Movie better or worse in your opinion? I don't think it's worse. I don't think it's worse. I can't put too much on that and like just on Disney buying it altogether. Because I was not a huge fan of the prequel trilogy. But those are like two extremes. And the original trilogy sits right in the middle. Perfectly nested. The perfect ideal, in my opinion. Because in the prequel trilogy, it's like all George Lucas. And I don't think there were enough people pushing back on him and saying, maybe try this, maybe do this. I don't think there were enough other people involved. Because there are a lot of other people involved who mix their own ideas in for the OG trilogy. And then you move over to the sequel trilogy, and it's like there's no. I never felt like there was one person who was like, this is my thing. Everyone else mix your ideas in, but like I have this idea. It really just felt like they just got some random people and said, make something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This first and hit a sword with a cross shape so you can block people from cutting your arm. I mean, there's much to be said about the innovations of that. They get a little crazy with that, like different weapons they can produce with that stuff. But I don't know. There are a lot of shows that Disney put out, Star Wars related stuff that I liked. I really liked Andor a lot. Andor was really, really excellent. I don't think I watched The Acolyte. I think that The Acolyte was like after I just given up on watching shows. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this, and none of these are like that compelling to me. But Andor drew me back in. But like, the rest of it was like, whatever. It's fine. I watched The Mandalorian for a bit. I thought it was fine. I don't think the Disney end of it makes it worse. In particular, I think it just lacks direction. It lacks real direction. It's like the DC movies, like WB, like the people at the top would like weigh in way too much and like push through a lot of changes to stuff and just made things really disjointed. And they also never had the confidence to like stick with something. They were just constantly wanting to reboot stuff. I think James Gunn being at the helm of that makes it like at least there's like a vision there. Whether you like it or not, at least there's some consistency to it. Like the Superman one, the recent one. Oh no, that is what I'm thinking of. For some reason I forget that's a Superman movie because it has all the other Justice League characters in it. And I'm like, and I keep thinking of like Henry Cavill. I'm like, is that recent? Like that? No, that's not recent. Those aren't recent. What are you talking about? Like, oh no, that new one. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. They also had a racist frog, the WB. The WB. That's the WB frog. Which they used on their show, which was from old, like he would come out singing, but it's like its actual basis, what it is based on reality is not great. I feel like it's one of those things that like most of the people watching that, like people my age watching that, unless they were told, would probably not have any idea what that was meant to be referencing. And so you're just like, yeah, that frog that sings and dances, that even got like referenced in Spaceballs. Like, what's the problem with that? And you find out later, like, no, this is what it's about. Like, oh, well, what are you gonna do? No, not you, Pranmo. Different frog, cartoon frog. But not Joshua the cartoon frog. A whole other cartoon frog. A whole other one. I forgot what I was thinking. I was talking about the PS2. I'm gonna keep working on it just out of like I have this desperate curiosity over it because I find a lot of stuff in like console repair where there's a lot of information that gets out there that's like, this is the problem and this is the solution. Even when I do it and it doesn't work, I'm still going to say this is a solution. I feel like there's a lot of people who find one thing to do and then that in their mind is everything. Instead of attacking like every individual problem. And there's so many instances in this retro console repair where like the generally accepted and like spread information is like this part fails and that's why all of these things happen. And then when people actually dig into it, they're like, no, actually that part's fine. You just got to replace this other different part. Sometimes like it's case by case, but it's usually not the thing everyone's saying to replace. So the board in this one has a bit of a reputation and people are, and it sounds like it all comes from like one or two people and it just has spread from there. Like these boards are just junk and these parts are terrible and I just replace them with another one. And I'm not saying they're wrong, but like a part of it too is if you're just like, this chip's bad and then that's your entire statement. It's like, how did you come to that conclusion? What tests have you run? How deep did you dig into this? So I'm going to see it works. It works. It just like has this particular weirdness to it. That I could just ignore. But I'm like, no, I gotta check this other stuff. You know, Tim Burton was thinking about getting Robin Williams as Riddler. We directed Batman 3. That would have been weird, but I think Robin Williams could have pulled it off. I liked Jim Carrey as the Riddler. What I didn't like in that movie was Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, and it's not even like I think Tommy Lee Jones could pull it off, but it was too cartoonish, and the Riddler being a little over the top was like fine to me. And I wanted Two-Face to be like just a little bit more serious, but not like the newer Batman serious. It was too far the other direction. Tim Burton is like the OG Star Wars and Wind Waker, overrated. Man, I disagree with you on all three of those. All three of those. You got a hat trick of terrible opinion there. Tim Burton has produced some really solid stuff. That doesn't mean Tim Burton will always produce great stuff, and it doesn't mean that everything he produces is great. The OG Star Wars is great. Doesn't mean it's perfect. But I will throw out there that it's definitely better. The OG Star Wars is definitely better than the other 6 movies they've put out, which isn't to say that they're all terrible either. They're just less than the OG Star Wars. The OG Star Wars beats them on all counts. And Wind Waker deserves its rep. Wind Waker is a fantastic game. There's more flops than success. Star Wars clearly inferior to 7, 8, 9. Are you drunk? Wind Waker's unfinished. I don't know about that. I don't know about like cancel this, man. Cancellation does some stuff, otherwise people wouldn't get so pissy about it. It has some effect. It just won't have any effect here. I don't know who could enjoy Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 more than any of the others. That's quite a hot take there. I don't know about the Wind Waker being unfinished. I thought it was a fairly put together game myself. But I liked rolling the boat around in the ocean and just looking for random treasure and stuff. I like the dungeons. I like the Wind Waker a lot. Tim Burton has like the stuff that he has put out that's good. I want to say Tim Burton was good up to a certain point, and then I don't know. He kind of seemed like he became a caricature of himself, or I don't know what happened. But then if Tim Burton's putting a movie out now, I'm not like, oh boy, Tim Burton. I'm like, I guess. I said, I definitely don't think Tim Burton is overrated because people aren't talking up Tim Burton. They talk up the projects he did that were good. And the stuff that he did that's not good, they just don't talk about. Batman newest one is a masterpiece. It's close. It's close. I feel like that last section where he has to fight all of those people in the flooded out area seemed tacked on and unnecessary. Also, the Batman it's just 7 with Batman. That's all it is. It's just 7 with Batman. I swear to God, I feel like I'm going crazy. Torture for Hemro by forcing him to do the archery minigame Ocarina of Time for 8 hours straight. He'd probably do that in his sleep. Like he's chewing through like randomizers on that. That comes up all the time in the M. Night Shyamalan. He put out some decent stuff, and then, man, I don't know. I think he had a good run early on, and then it just I don't know. I think he got lucky. Maybe he's done some interesting stuff. I just don't like it. Nobody quotes the OG Star Wars. We all know Black Guy from the last 3 movies. You don't even remember his name. What's his name, Pranmo? What's his name? You have 3 seconds. I quote the original Star Wars. Scruffy looking. You just looked that up. You don't even know his name. You don't even know his name. You had to look it up on the internet. I know you. was Finn with an I. I don't think it's with a Y. I could be wrong. I don't remember seeing it written. It's actually a thing. No, there was a delay there. Plus, beating the time doesn't mean anything. I could Google search that in as much time. Imagine Robin Williams as the Joker. I couldn't imagine Robin Williams as the Joker. I think Robin Williams is he would be too. He would be a good Joker for, like, if you're going for the OG Adam West Batman. He had a decent dramatic turn. He had a lot of dramatic turns, but I don't think someone would have hired Robin Williams to do Joker to be like an actual, like, murderous crazy Joker. They would have hired him to be like comedian Joker. But the only stuff that people quote from the new Star Wars movie, it is dunking on it. It's just dunking on it. People quote the old stuff, but it's not like in the current meta, because most of the people out there who are quoting this stuff weren't even alive when that stuff came out. It's like saying Casablanca is not great, or the Maltese Falcon, or any like classic cinema is not good because under 20-year-olds are not quoting it online. That's not the criteria I put for that stuff. Not that I have a problem with you if you haven't seen those movies, or you're too young to have watched it. Those movies came out before I was born. I still watched them. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. Jack Nicholson should have done more Maniac killer movies. Such a great face for it. Jack Nicholson was phenomenal in the Tim Burton Batman. He played it so well. He really set a standard for that, in my mind. There's a reason they didn't bring Joker back for a long time, because, like, even when other people are like, we'll do another Batman, like, they could have just arranged him to come back, but nobody really pushed that because you couldn't top that. Enough time had passed, and like, we should do it. I think Willem Dafoe could definitely pull it off. I think Willem Dafoe might be able to pull that off. I mean, he's plays, but that'd be weird because he's played the Green Goblin. He played that so well. It's like, now we want you to be the Joker. Like, I don't know. That's a little crazy. Michael Keaton is the worst Batman. Now I know you're trolling, man. Now I know you're trolling. George Clooney is the worst Batman. Even Val Kilmer was better than George Clooney. And George Clooney probably could have been good. It was just a rough movie. Well, Chef's twice as old as me, like some of them. I don't, I couldn't even blame someone for watching like classic cinema and being like, what's the big deal? Because there's a lot of it that has to do with context of like, no one had done this before. That a lot of viewers now would probably just be like, this is boring, and I've seen all this stuff. I've seen all this stuff like copied there, and that's a lot of things when you have classic, something that's really classic that everyone else based these tropes off of and makes references to and is worked into their own works. And then you go back and see the original, and it's like, I've heard people say stuff like this. Like someone said Lord of the Rings ripped off World of Warcraft. And I'm just like, are you, what? Excuse me? They just stole these elves from them. They just stole the idea of elves from Blizzard. No. Just calling a terrible scripting note. Yeah, doesn't matter. He's still the worst. We're not discussing who could theoretically play the best Batman. Discussing who actually played the best Batman, and it sure wasn't George Clooney. I still love Batman Returns. Like, the end of Batman Returns, I enjoy a lot. It was a very cool shot with like the bat signal, and then like Catwoman pops up, and then it never returns again. remove the worst Batman. Kevin Conroy? You're putting Kevin Conroy in the worst Batman. I'm gonna have to kick you out of here, man. Now I know for sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you're trolling. Get your trolly ass out of here. So Adam West to return on the screen as Batman. I want Adam West to return on the screen as like anything. I love Adam West because I really feels like he's not so like stuck up about himself that he won't like play a goofy character that maybe is making fun of Adam West a bit. It's just a voice actor. But his voice work on Batman was amazing. You're gonna put George Clooney? No, I'm not even discussing this anymore. You're either trolling or you got a serious problem. Val Kilmer is better Batman. Yeah. And yeah, Clooney may have gotten like a bad script, but like his performance was still not great either. He still could have put on a better performance. Let's stop all this meaningless battle over the Batman with somebody who, you know, clearly has lost the ability to see or hear. I'm trying to think of Wind Waker. Well, your opinion on Wind Waker is well known. That was the only one of those that I could consider legitimate because I know you're not a huge fan of it. Which I still disagree with, but that's what I will leave to opinion. You know, that's very divisive. Let's go to the Wizardry. I was about to hit my mute button, and I don't know why. Better mute myself and switch over to the game. Put this back up to where it was. It's messing around with cables in here and working on that PS2. I had to bring the PS2 in here to hook up a USB adapter to try to get some diagnostic on it because I didn't have enough room at my workbench, or I didn't have a cable that would reach long enough because the computer's too far where the PlayStation sat there, and I just made a mess of things, an absolute mess. Wind Waker is hated and only became popular after the fact. See, that's the thing. I didn't hear any of that until long after the fact, because the only people I talked to were the people who were playing Wind Waker that I knew, who were having a lot of fun with it. And then like years later, it was like a lot of people, opinions starting to turn around because a lot of people hated this. I'm like, really? They did? Who hated it? What fools hated it? Say about Mega Man 2, overrated, overrepresented game. Oh, but Mega Man 2 has such amazing music. Mega Man 2 is probably one of the last Mega Man games to have boss robots that kind of made sense. But that's just because they kind of ran out of those, and that's when you had to get Centaur Man. Like, what do you use against Centaur Man? Horseshoes? What do you want? Man 2 is loved by the casuals because it's the easiest. It's the best way to the castle song, though. I don't even know that Mega Man 2 can be said to be the easiest. I think one of the later ones was easier than that. But also, I couldn't say Mega Man 2 is easier for me because I've played it over and over and over again, and I can't say that for all of the other ones. But I feel like they went back up. Metal Blade breaks the game. Oh, sure. Well, that I won't argue with. But a lot of Mega Man games have the one thing that really messes stuff up. These opinions of chat or in front of you. I can take no responsibility for the opinion shattered there. I understand where Mega Man you're coming from in Mega Man 2. But again, that's like, it's nostalgia for me. I still love Mega Man 2 unabashedly. Link to the Past have the best music in my opinion. Link to the Past has great music. I love how Link to the Past, how often it utilized the functions in the sound engine to add like echo and stuff like that. Anytime you're like underground, the music would take on an echo, like you were in a cave or something like that. It was a really nice touch. They can be easy. People notoriously have tons of problems with Airman. I never saw it. I never thought it was more difficult than anything else. But it's tough. It's tough enough that a song was made out of how you can't beat Airman. Mega Man 2 is only popular because it sold the most. It sold the most because it was popular. You got that flipped around. Mega Man 2 was popular because of where it hit. It had awesome music. It was the follow-up to the first Mega Man, which was okay, but like they went all out on Mega Man 2. And all the other games feel like they're missing something. Or they tried to add something else. They tried to add something else, and like sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. I mean, it's easy if you know what to do. That's just Mega Man in general. Mega Man is easy if you know what to do. Oh, that's a lot of video games. It's not all video games, though. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you know. But I also feel like you can only go back now and say that Mega Man 2 is the easiest because it was so popular that people utterly broke it, and there's so much information out there that people have cracked it wide open, how to skip past stuff, how to get through it. Any of those games can meet that same fate if it was as popular, if it was as well beloved and people just chewed down on getting through it. Back to work. See you later. See you later, Joshua. Slimus Peak. I like the slide. I didn't like charging. I didn't like charging weapons in Mega Man. Mega Man X was fine. I feel like the charging Buster in regular Mega Man was a mistake. I don't think it didn't need to be there. That's just me, though. That's just me. Who are we working on here? Let's take a look at everybody. I think I may switch some armor around here. Oh, maybe I already did. No, I already did. Sturdy plate. No. AC -1, AC 0. I wonder if Silas can wear the sturdy plate. I mean, it's only 2 less AC. I don't think so. Did you watch Dust Bunny yet? Or hear your opinion? I did not watch Dust Bunny. Let me make a note. It's hard to watch a movie now. I have a hard enough time getting through a movie anyway. There's so many distractions. But my dog, Arthur, will not sit still through a movie. Like, at all. All right, keep that up so I remember it. Like, I can't even get through a half-hour TV show without him flipping out. He's so demanding of attention. We got an arrest at the end. Vampire D Bloodlust was all right. Yeah, I missed it. I prefer the original Vampire Hunter D, although I think the animation is overall superior in Bloodlust. It's still like original is still very well done, but I think it's a little bit more modern in Bloodlust. Just reminiscing on that. I really don't have any comments on that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, Bloodlust a lot. I think everyone's kind of as decked out as can be. Yeah, I don't think we can get anything else. So today, let's rest. Make sure everyone has all of their spells. I don't think anybody got any closer to obtaining a new class last time. We're all pretty far off from a level. MRD and Bloodlust are like aliens, extremely good for different reasons. Yeah. Like I like the story and overall characters more in the original. That really does stack up because Bloodlust is like way more action packed, and the pacing and how much time you spend with the characters is way more fitting with like an action set piece. Like they're just running through real quick, but it's a chase. The whole movie is one big chase, and so like the tension's high and like the tempo is really high through all of it. All right, let's go. Let's see. I'm very nervous about this, but if we can pull this off, I guess we'll just start out going in the worst possible setup here, which is to travel down to the bottom, travel down to the lowest floor we have, and try to take on that battle with the ninja and the fighters and everybody. It's a tough fight. It can go real bad. A lot of stuff on that floor can go real bad. But if we can get that ring and get it identified, we'll have a lot of money. And then we can do some other stuff. I may go back down the stairs on 4 just because we didn't really explore the area at all. We may spend some time on 3 just trying to get some slightly easier fights and get some experience going. Oh, let me turn on this because I know the game comes through a little bit dark. So we'll have Silas cast. I want to say Maporific is the spell that improves everyone's AC. Yep. We'll go ahead and do that because that'll last the entire way through here. Get to the elevator. So this is a really difficult fight here. Just because like there's so much that can go wrong with it. Yes, I always forget. I'm always unsure about that one. Gonna encounter here. Oh, good, it's friendly. Okay. Always surprise them. Okay. All right. It's kind of good and kind of bad because we can't cast any spells in the first round. We need to take this ninja out. Like, before anything happens, we need to take this ninja out. Okay. Here I come to save the day. Yeah, you're gonna come in with the big spells, Judd, which hopefully we'll live. We're gonna throw everything in the surprise round. We're gonna throw everything we have at the high ninja. Because it's not enough of the rest of them. But we have 2 groups of spellcasters there that we absolutely need to either kill immediately or get silenced. But the ninja is like our biggest problem. Okay. I have some spells, but they're not great. I'm going to have Gem cast a sleep spell here on the ninja. We'll see if it works. We'll have you 2 cast, which you can silence, which is Montino. Cast it on the priests. Hope for the best. Ambush the ninja. All right, Judd's got the ultimate spell here. Like an E2, I think is what I want. Damn these names. Kill enemies affected by the spell. Okay, so this one has potential to kill a lot of people, although there's the earlier level one is the better one, isn't it? Makanito kills any enemy of less than 8, because this one will just hit like the entire group. What does Haman do? Brand beneficial effect leveled by 1. Madalto, 8 to 64, 2 group of enemies. All right, we'll throw Madalto out here on the men in armor. Okay. Oh my God, Jeremy just instant died. Damn. That was a lot. Okay. We gotta fight these priests. Okay, we got him. We got the high ninja. So at least there's that. We gotta take these guys out. Oh, thank God it was the silenced one that was still alive. Woo! Unfortunately, Jeremy got no cut of that. Damn, that spell, that's why I have to silence them. And where it's like, you know, if everyone had spells, if everyone could cast silence or sleep or something, it would be better. Because we have 2 groups of spellcasters. The mages can get taken out by the Makanito spell. And it always leaves behind the priest and the ninja. We really gotta like take that ninja out as quick as possible. But the ninja can, because it can decapitate, like it's way more dangerous. But like the priests are also dangerous because they can cast harming spells, and silence doesn't always work. All right, a chest. You may inspect. Now this works out pretty well. It's unfortunate that Jeremy is dead. We're gonna bring him back. Fingers crossed it all works out. But because Jeremy is dead, in theory, we could put this ring on his dead body, and that way we don't have to worry about getting it back to the surface. Because otherwise I was going to put it on Jeremy anyway, and we would just have to heal him. What's up, Buttercast? Welcome in. How's it going? You survived the combat. The trap was triggered. Gas bomb. Okay, that's fine. We can cure poison. Potion. Ring. Rod. Okay. First things first. Let's cure that. Okay. Who's got the ring? I think Judd's got the ring. Judd's got the ring. Okay. You identified it. It's a ring of death. Okay. We're going to give Jeremy the ring of death. He's already dead. Ring of death is given to Jeremy. Okay. So it didn't get stuck on Judd. I'm not going to have Silas try to bring Jeremy back. That has backfired too many times. All right. Who else has the unidentified stuff? Don't worry, Jeremy. Jeremy will be back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll just have to trade this ring of death over to somebody else when we go to leave the dungeon. I don't want it. No, I don't blame you. Nobody wants that. Okay. We'll get rid of this broken item. That's the potion we use. Let's trade the rod to Judd. And does Judd have enough to take the potion as well? Cannot. No, okay. Judd's full up. Should really get rid of some of these potions that Judd is carrying because I need him to be able to identify this stuff. There we go. Rod of Flame. Okay, we can sell that. We'll trade this to Jum. Jum can't equip it. Nobody else can equip it, but we just need somebody to hold it. No, damn it. Oh, he can. Okay. Statue of Bear. That's probably fine for now. There we go. A lot of juggling here. Potion of Antidote. Okay. We'll send that back to Silas. So let's just use that one. Okay, great. Cannot equip this, but Ben could carry it. I don't necessarily need those, is the thing. I don't necessarily mean them. Oh, you never know if you don't try. Yeah. Convince the juggling. Yeah. Don't convince the juggling. I don't need those statues necessarily anymore. They open up certain areas on level 2. The only thing I really need is the gold key that gets us into the elevator. And we can still reach it otherwise. It just takes longer to get there. All right. I'm not going to heal anybody right now. Let's just work on getting out of here without dying. Uh-oh. They surprised us. Eight boring beetles. Ooh, I don't like that. Can I put the boring beetles to sleep is the question. One of them. 2, 3. Couple of them were put to sleep. Less than half, but that's still less attacks we're going to take. Okay. Spell's going off. Excellent. We made it through. Not too much damage. Poison needle. All right. Damn, that's twice. Found stick. Okay. Here we go again. We just got this, but it's fine. That's what it's there for. Okay, let's trade the stick to Judd. Drop the broken bottle. Great. All right, Judd, tell us what the stick is. An anointed flail. That's actually pretty good. Somebody could probably equip that. Possibly. Not Ben. Jeremy could use that. Jum could use that. Silas, because I think Silas already has it. Let's throw it to Jum. So far, so good. Don't need to fight the friendlies. All right, let's heal everybody we can here. Oh, come on. All right, everyone else is good. And then we're going to trade the Ring of Death to Jum. I should take no damage. Those damn bugs. It sucks because, like, there's two ways I can go to leave that place. And I know I'm going to get an encounter going through what is ostensibly the shortcut back to the elevator. But I'm just banking on it either being something I can defeat or being friendly. But any of the encounters on that floor could, if they surprise us, they could do a tremendous amount of damage. All right. First things first, we're going to go to the trading post. All right. We're going to sell this Ring of Death. We made it. We made it out. We're going to sell this for 250,000 gold. By comparison, right now, Jum has 44 gold. So now we're going to make 250,000 gold off of this. Now, I don't know if I'm better with the Anointed Flail or the Long Sword. Let's look at what the difference is. I think I have a listing here of the weapons and their statistics. So right now he's got a Long Sword, 1 to 8 damage. Anointed Flail is 1 to 7 damage. And it cost, and you know, longsword costs 25 gold and Anointed Flail costs 150. Why is that? Why is that? I don't know, look this up. Is there a reason? I don't see any other stat listed. Short weapon bonus 2 times undead. So it's potentially 1 less damage. Does it actually hurt undead more? I'll give it a shot. We've got it. Nowhere else said that, so I don't know if that is the case. All right, let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think there's much more we can upgrade on anybody here. We can get copper gloves for a lot of people. All right. Anyone else have anything to sell? I could sell that Rod of Flame for 12,500. I think I'll hold on to it for right now because it says I can use it. And it's extra spells. Maybe someone else can. I'm terrified. I'll have to get into like the fight with Murphy because that's pretty safe. And then we can try to use it to see if it's like, oh, you don't know how to use this. No. Nope. Nope, I think we're good. All right, let's head to the temple. Let's see if we can bring Jeremy back. He's cured. He lives. What's up, Jum Jum? How's it going? Welcome in. How's which? Haven't watched it. I have almost no time to watch stuff anymore. Not, at least not anything that I want to focus on. So I usually have like old episodes of Doctor Who on because I've already seen them. So I don't have to focus on it. Because within about 5 minutes of starting something, the dog's like, I would like to go outside. I would like you to play with me. Don't forget I exist. He's a little troublesome in that regard. Welcome back to the fold, Jeremy, who just got completely whacked by a priest. Just pretty crazy. Well, I feel very secure now that we have all of that money. I'm going to divvy the gold up to everybody. Let's see what it leaves us with. 41,982 gold that everyone has on them. Jum's close to a level. Judd's close-ish to a level. Closer than the rest. Let's do some grinding. But first we gotta get Jeremy back up in prime shape. Let's get our order back in business here. It's gonna take most of those spells to get healed back up. And we gotta go back and sleep again. Back we go. But we made it. Oh my gosh. That was so tense. That was so tense. I was getting worried there that we were gonna start dropping, but we made it. We made big money off of that. That should let us not have to worry about money for some stretch of time. Now I could go back to that fight again and challenge it again for the XP, but I don't really want to. That's gonna be we'll come back to that later because you can always use more money. Never hurts to have more money. But past a certain point, we can't really buy any better equipment. So the money literally is just there to keep everyone back to make sure we can bring everybody back to life. Okay, just cast that right away. Proves everybody's armor class. I take the stairs or take the elevator. I'll take the stairs. We'll take the stairs down. Supposedly, the anointed flail and mace do more damage to the undead, and I haven't really noticed that, but I haven't been looking that closely. I forgot I was going to change this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and equip that. He can equip it, so in theory he can use it. Let's lighten things up here. Are these doors all hidden? That was very weird. Just looking for some fights here. Rotting corpses. All right, here's a good test of it. Here's a good test of it. Fight. 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 Hide. I could just have Judd dispel, but... What's the one with 2 spells? Did I not rest? I thought I did rest. Well, anyway. Let's Lahalito these dudes. Of course. They always go straight for Silas. They always go straight for Silas and paralyze Silas. Like every single time. It's ridiculous. And it's so aggravating because as far as I know, like nothing can fix that. Stunner. Okay. Let's see if we can disarm it. 12 gold. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is just healing. Yeah. Okay. An antidote won't do anything for that. I'm not sure if Silas being paralyzed affects her XP gain. Like now I gotta go back up. Cause I think paralyzed members stop gaining XP. Oh my gosh, really? They're itching to kill me today. I vaguely remember that paralyzed party members, obviously like dead ones don't get XP, but I think paralyzed party members don't get XP either. And the only person besides Silas that could cure that is Judd, potentially, but not yet, because it's a 3rd level spell. I'm kind of dreading if a point ever comes that it's like, yeah, we couldn't cure this paralyzed person. Like, what do you mean? Be right back. All right, Judd. What do you mean you can't cure this paralyzed person? Nope, they're just done. They're just stuck that way. They're just stuck that way now. Wouldn't put it past it. I don't know like a way to counter that or to protect, because they act so quickly. That was like the first act was those rotting corpses attacking Silas. It was the first hit before anyone on my team could do anything. One level 1 mage, buddy, you're done for. It's a big fat 11 hit points on that man. Why is he attacking us is my question. Like, what do you really hope to gain from this? Yeah, Dialco, I think that's the spell. What is Judd got? Yeah, Judd's only got level 1 pre-spells. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, hasn't quite reached level 2 spells. Might be a while. Unfortunately. Hey, we surprised him. Blasting those rabbits. right, we just got 4 coyotes here. This is probably a decent fight. Decent enough for Oh, I used it. So, it does make sense, though. Now I'm thinking about it. It makes sense for somebody to be able to use it because Jum can cast mage spells. So, they may not be as weird as I thought it was going to be. And oh, I always forget that I made Jum a samurai and he can cast spells. Chest was not trapped. 18 gold. Surprise, dragonflies! We got them. I want to say there's a chance every time we use those rods of flame that they'll break. But it's better than using a lot of spells. Well, I use that up first because I know where I can get more of them. I can get more of them from that room. I'm trying to remember where I got the swords from. I think I just got the swords from other random fights down on that level, or perhaps this level. Could not disarm it. If it says you could not disarm it, it doesn't mean that you have the wrong trap. It just means that you failed to disarm it. But because of that, because of the way it's set up, it means you know you have the correct type of trap. Damn, these friendly amphibians. They're so friendly. Well, I'll just run away. Werebears don't want to tangle with us. They may be making the right decision. I'll gladly not get beat up by rotten corpses again. That sucked. What's up, Jeremy? Do you ever think I'm a psychopath? Then be quiet. The psychopath will hear you. Never met those people. I bet they taste good. You keep making comments like that. You're just adding fuel to the fire. Which is probably good because you want to make sure that the meat is properly cooked. I parry and hope for the best. Torch these fools. Torch them. We gotta get them before they paralyze Silas again. Hey, we got him. Guess I'm not going to the barbecue when they do one. But you just gotta show up. You just gotta assert dominance and just walk in. Hey, we found a stick. All right, Judd. Identify the stick, please. Anointed mace. Nobody can use that, but we can sell it for some money. The kimonoed men. All these guys are bad news. Let's see if I can put them to sleep. No. One of them went to sleep. As long as they don't poison us. I think those are samurai. I don't think they instant kill us, but they will poison us. Hey, Jum leveled up. And not close. We could get Judd up to 8. Let's get Judd up to 8 and see where everybody else is at. Everybody's health doing fine. Actually, nobody's hurt at all. This has been a very successful foray here. Surprise! Let's get these coyotes. They're running! Are they all just gonna run away? All but one. Uh-oh. Oh no, it was the stunner. We got it wrong. All right, we found a sword. This is fine. This is fine because Silas can fix this. It all works out. Who's got it? Ben. Okay. Let's get this sword identified. Sword of slicing. That sounds spicy. I tell you, Howie Michael dancing t-shirt with my clown mask. I mean, I wouldn't do it with the clown mask. That'll cause some trouble. But sword of slicing. It's a longsword +1. It's like a longsword, but it does +1. What's Jeremy got? Longsword. All right, Jeremy, you're getting an upgrade here. Nice. Leave. I don't want to deal with you. Uh-oh. A lot of friendly encounters here. Okay, we're back. I was gonna say, like, am I wrong about where I was? The kimono men. We're here again. Better off just casting. If I can put them to sleep. Just throw that Lajalito at them. No, they're throwing spells at us. I forgot they could use spells. Of course, our spells are much stronger. Oh, we only took very minimal damage from that. It's all good. Do. Just looking for a fight. We're only a little bit away from Judd level 1. Dang it. How close is Judd? 2,000. We can make it. We can make it. Just woke up. Nothing like a lazy Sunday, you know. Sleep in. Damn you. Quit trying to be my friend. I need to kill you. I need to feast upon your souls to empower my warriors here. Come on. Ooh, priests. All right. I'm gonna put them to sleep. Try and silence them while also setting them on fire. YouTube booting me. I don't know, YouTube's always got some beef with something. Some of them silenced, not all of them. I would like them to be silenced or dead. Looks like they're all going to be dead. Yay! They didn't get to do anything. We won't let those guys have any fun, and they'll cry about it later. They didn't even let me cast a spell. They just killed me. Brr, brr, brr. Uh-oh. Those scruffy men, I'm fairly certain, are ninjas. I can do that this turn. And then next turn I can throw more. Oh, actually it's enough to kill at least one of them. Oh, we killed a couple of them. That's great. Those rods are actually working out very well. All right. Fight the rogues. Fight the rogues. Fight the priests. They're not that high level. Oh, that rod broke. Because I can't use it. Oh, I think I can only use it once per combat. Back alive? Yeah, we brought you back like right away. Ambush the rogues. Oh, you can't run away. Get out of here. Hey, Judd leveled. All right, I just gotta... There we go. Now we gotta get out of here. Go back to level. This is what most of the rest of the game is gonna look like. Or it's gonna look like this for a while. Is being very conservative and trying to get people to get like one level up there. Because once you've put the time into getting people up to this level, it's really hard to just be like, yeah, we'll just roll the dice. We'll just see how they do. If they die, they die. Like that works for the first couple levels. Once you're in the 10s, like, I don't know, I feel like I should be careful. All right, let's see if Jum gets an improvement. I'm continuing to lose strength. I learn a new spell. Gained IQ, gained vitality, gained agility, gained luck. A single hit point. If Jum keeps losing strength, he's going to have to retire. He's gotten so weak already, he could barely use that sword. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. I've lost strength like 4 or 5 levels in a row now. Learn a new spell. Gain piety. Gain vitality. Gain agility. 1 hit point. It's fine. These things happen. I don't know why I'm having everybody sleeping here. We don't all need to do this. Okay. Broken item. Yep. So that wand broke. Which makes sense. We can just sell this mace. They both broke. Wow. We can sell. No, hold on to that long sword. Jeremy's long sword, because he doesn't need it because he got the sort of slicing now. Well, man, that was all right. Let's take a look at everybody. Let's take a look at everybody real quick here. It was ways off, ways off. Everyone's getting like very far away from getting another level. What spells did you gain? Up to level 2 now, which means we have another person that can cast silence. 1 more level and we'll have some backup for when Silas inevitably gets paralyzed, which is just unfortunate. Looks like Utter Chaos is the closest to leveling. Strength 10. and I that's not even enough to qualify for a fighter. You know, like as it is right now, Jum could not even become a fighter. Ben would make a better fighter than Jum at this point, which is saying something. I don't think he could become anything else. I'll tell you what, we're getting Jum out of here. We're bringing the backup in, bringing the backup Ryan into the group. And why are we bringing Ryan into the group? To get some more levels on Ryan, because Ryan is close to being stat-wise being able to become a lord. Which is a pretty decent upgrade. Having to kick Jum out of the party, have his animate to himself. He's just gonna go home and like desperately try to work out while his atrophying muscles continue to just fall off of him. Jum got kicked because he's the frontline fighter and he barely connects anymore. And when he does, his damage output is pathetic because his strength got dropped down to 10 because for several levels now, he's just stuck losing strength every level. So Ryan's got a strength of 18. So like even at this level, even though he's just a base fighter, he's already doing better. What is Ryan level wise? Ryan's right alongside like everybody else. Everyone needs like 50 to 60,000 to level, except for Judd and Chaos are on the low side. But there's still like we still need quite a bit. So I'd be kind of surprised if we make it through today without seeing one or two more levels, like, or I should say if we're able to see like more than like one or two level increases from anybody. Unfortunately, like where we would go to get higher experience yields is like just not that great. Game destroyed him. Yeah. I mean that's the risk. That's the risk anytime you change classes. He's got a couple spells now, and it's like I could maybe switch him back to fighter and hope for the best, but I don't think it would work out. I don't think it would work out for us either way. I think Jum's days are just numbered here. 6 level 3 samurai, 7 creeping coins, 7 small objects. So they're probably also creeping coins. This is gonna be a decent amount of XP. Those creeping coins are worth a lot experience wise. You just throw this on these creeping coins. I think the samurai will get killed by the other spell. They fled. And creeping coins have this breath attack that might poison us, but it almost never works. You may kill the whole lot of them. At least one group of 7. All the samurai are running away from us. Nope, it killed them. Dun, 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 dun. That was a nice chunk of experience there. Exploding box. Inspect it again. Okay, disarm. Exploding box. Yay. There's a stick. All right. Send that stick on down. I also got to have these guys drop their broken items. Oh, I have to unequip it first, and then we'll explain it. Mace of Pounding. That sounds great. Oh, look, stays on our side. It will never work. Yeah, I mean, the coins at least, like, we're okay. We're okay. Let's see here. Equip. I gotta look at what that mace does. Make sure it's not cursed. Yeah, that one fight, we broke both of those wands. That's pretty crazy. All right, what does the Mace of Pounding do? You'd think it sounds good. Many times, like, the maces are cursed and cause issues. It's a +1 mace. It does 2d4 +1. What has he got? He's got like an anointed flail, anointed mace right now. Anointed mace is 2d3 +0. Well, we'll see who can use it. Jum's dead. No, what's up, Silas? How's it going? Jum's not dead. I just kicked him out of the party for now because his strength he just leveled and lost more strength. His strength is down to 10. He's lost a lot of usefulness as a fighter. And Ryan needs a couple more levels and he may potentially become a lord. Although now, seeing what happened to Jum, I'm hesitant, but I would like to have more spellcasters. Getting old. I wish it was that. I've deliberately avoided aging them by having them sleep in the stables. But he's just gotten he's just rolling badly. He gets bad RNG. All right. Let's trade this mace over to somebody. Who can use it? Ben cannot use it. Ryan could use it. Jeremy could use it. Silas could use it. Let's send it to Ryan. Right. Let's look for another fight here. Ogres and Vorpal bunnies. Fight those ogres. Fight them. So look at that, man. Ryan just one-shot one of those ogres. Don't you run, bunnies. Don't you run. Yay, a lot of them ran away. Is that bug in this version where you age and only get crazy gains in RNG when you level up? No, not in this. Not in this. I think it's the NES version, possibly. I don't remember what else the NES version. I know the DOS port of the original Wizardry increased the odds of getting negative, of losing points on leveling. And it made it almost impossible because every time you leveled, your stats would go down. It was like 90% chance your stats would just disappear. Trapless chest. We sure about this? There's a sword. All right. We're finding a decent chunk of treasure this time through. Yes, which is not meant to equip it. He just needs to identify it. Sword of Swishes. Okay. And that is a cursed item. We need to sell that. Hopefully that didn't get stuck on him. Utter Chaos is getting close. A couple more. If we can survive through a couple more fights, we can get Utter Chaos that level. I wish these things would stop trying to be friends with me and fight me. Battle me, you cowards. Which they age system differently. Well, so the age, the way it's intended to work is that, oh Jesus, that was an extra step I didn't need. Luckily, we didn't lose a lot of hit points on that. Generally speaking, like, age will just get worse. Like, some stats may go up, but most of your stats will go down at past a certain point, and eventually you'll just retire because you're too old. Level me up. I'm trying. We could probably just hit these ogres. See, Ryan is fairly on par with Jeremy in terms of damage output. He's got more hit points than Jum too. I hate to say it, but like Jum just is just looking worse and worse. I'm gonna silence them because apparently they can cast spells. Oh, the spell just killed them all. Right, it's getting the good RNG. He started out higher up. And that's one of the big things that you lose. The mangy dogs. One of the big things that you lose is when you create your character, you get a bunch of bonus points to spend to boost up your attributes. And I believe you lose all those bonus points and just go to like a starting stat when you level. Get out of here, dogs. Get out of here. So like you get up with much worse stats overall. I mean, like the stats aren't everything, but like they're a lot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, well, there's only one of them. People that are asleep. We're just going to deal with it. Because a lot of them ran away. It all worked out. I was a little concerned because everyone was going to sleep there. This bonus points never return. Most games you will keep them. Yeah, I mean, most of the time you do. I'm sure like that. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Let's see here. Change your class, first level character and class XP total drops to 0. Gain the abilities of the class, lose the abilities you had before, aside from HP and spells known. Equipment is on, blah, blah, blah. All your attribute scores drop back to the minimum score possible for your lineage. You can regain attribute points only by leveling up. Probably is likely a lot tougher than it was when you first started out. You should be able to quickly grind out those XP and level up pretty fast. So, this is someone's advice on leveling. Yeah, so like every class has like minimum stats. And when you create your character, you can there's less variance in this. I think the original version of the game lets you have like you have a lot better chance of getting like a samurai to start out with, because you could get enough bonus points to have a high enough score to just start with one of the higher classes. You don't really see it that much in this one, but if you've gotten your character up there and they had like an 18 strength and you gotta drop down to like 11, it's pretty best. What if you fight the friendly? So anytime you choose to fight a friendly creature, every good character has a chance of flipping to evil. And I've seen it happen a couple times when I accidentally hit fight instead of leave. Otherwise, the fight goes as normally. But every time you do that, there's a chance you'll go from good to evil. What happens if you become evil? I don't think if you're a class that has good as a requirement, I don't think you'll stop being that class. But some classes you have to be good to become that class. But also, you can't have mixed alignment in the party. Once you're in the dungeon, you can mix up good and evil. Neutral can go with anybody. You can mix up good and evil in a party. But when you're setting out for town, you can't form a party of people that are both good and evil. So then you have to take an extra step to take all of your good characters, put them in the dungeon, leave them there, go back to town, grab all the evil characters, come back to the dungeon to meet up with them to form a party in there. It just makes it more tedious. There's one class that requires evil alignment, and that's the ninja. Ninjas are okay. They're okay. But we could turn someone evil if they had the stats to become a ninja. We could try and turn them evil to get a ninja, if it came to that. But I think ninjas have to have 18 in all stats. So I don't think that's super likely to happen. There's also an item that can just turn people into ninjas too. Just cast some spells. Just in case. This will probably kill most of them. Excellent, excellent. All evil party would be hard because they will become good by fighting random monsters. No. They will not become good by fighting monsters. The only way to change your alignment, that basically in this game, the only alignment change possible, unless there's cursed items that do it, is by the friendly encounter. So if you're evil and you get friendly encounters and you choose to fight them, you'll stick evil. If you choose to leave and you're evil, you choose to leave them, you could become good. And I know it because the people that turned evil, I turned them back good by just doing that. What's up, Skyo? How's it going? Buffer, you getting buffered? I don't know what's going on. Connections here, okay here, but that doesn't always mean anything. Where are we at here? 4,000. 4,120. Which is being stinky. Yeah, I've had that a lot lately. I've got a couple people whose streams, like, I cannot get them to like stay current. They're all just like they're always falling behind, and I seem to be the only one on that stream that's having issues. I don't know what the deal is. Look at these purple bunnies. Exploding box? You sure about that? Okay, we know it's an exploding box because it couldn't be disarmed. If it wasn't an exploding box, it was a different trap. It would have just blown up on us. The capybaras are capable of poison. I do not like them. I do not like the capybaras. Well, only 2 lived. And it ran away. Right from the night movie, Monty Python, The Quest for the Holy Grail. And this is what's funny is that would have been pretty recent when this came out. There's a reference, I don't know if it's in this game, in this version, but there's a reference to Thunder the Barbarian. And Thunder the Barbarian would have just hit TV when they were making the game. Like, it would have been a very recent reference. I think that's on level 7. Watch some things in the Discord. Well, now we'll probably get bonked in your chat. What could possibly get? Well, they probably would. Many things get bonked by the chat. It is mystery. Uh-oh. And our cast got poisoned again. For 6 gold. Let's see what cures the poison. There we go. Poison is apparently worse than being paralyzed, which is crazy because I can just buy a potion to fix that. Uh-oh, we've been surprised. Surprise! And they all just run away. Except for one. And he's dead. Virgin Punk Clockwork Girl. Oh yeah, that's somewhat recent, isn't it? I've been seeing stuff about that. How was it? It looked interesting. Make sure I don't accidentally walk into a pit again. Uh-oh, we've been surprised by some sort of ghost. There's only one of them, though. Gas bomb. All right, we're good. Got another sword. Let's trade this over to Judd. No, not that. Oh, son of a bitch. I don't know what I just sent to him. Oh, it was the long sword. Damn it. I'm like just slapping buttons here without looking at what I'm doing. Let's watch Sword of the Stranger. Sword of the Stranger was so good. That's got some really excellent fight choreography, would you call it that? It is animated. Sword of the Stranger was really good. I really like that. It's only one 30-minute episode. It's real interesting. Sissy's no, yeah. I understand what Sissy is. I don't really have a problem with it, but I can get why YouTube would be whining about that. Sort of slashing. We've got a sort of slicing and a sort of slashing. You take that sword back. All right, what does the sort of slashing do for us? Sword of slashing. Bum, 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 bum. It's a +2 long sword. Well. All right. Send that to Jeremy. It's even more powerful attack there. And then we'll trade this sort of slicing to Ryan. And then Ryan will have an even better weapon. Great! So, sexy Nami went, yeah, YouTube doesn't understand context. They don't get context at all. So like anything that is said that is like in the context, it's fine. They won't. They're like, I don't get context. I don't know what this is. I want to try putting this Mace of Pounding on somebody else. I don't know if it will do better or not. Well, that was quick. All right, I don't want it. Bum. This has ended up being a very profitable run here. Oh, a lot of priests and scruffy men. Get them rogues out of here. Silence them. Silence them. Tried to silence them anyway. Don't you run from me! Excellent. Excellent. We destroyed them. Beautiful. No chests. Not much damage. Where are we at here? 1394. Okay. We haven't gotten another one of those really cool encounters with the floating coin things. That would be nice, just because they're worth a lot of XP and they're generally not much of a threat. Someone say robes? I don't know if I said anything about robes. I don't think I did. Throw some spells at them. Very nice. Very nice. All right. One or two more encounters ought to do it. Ninjas! Oh, I don't like them. Oh, I don't like them. This is probably overkill on the spells. I just don't want to get poisoned and or beheaded. I don't think these guys can behead me, but they can poison me. And that's not fun either. Yay! All right. Let's get out of here. Go back to town so that chaos can level. We have some stuff to sell. I mean, nothing like really exciting. We have that cursed sword. I want to see what we get for that, or if we'll have to pay to get it removed. I think it would tell me if it was attached to us, but I could be wrong. All right. Let's see. And get rid of the basic long sword. I'm going to keep that flail for now. Sort of swishes. He'll give me 500 for it. Good enough. Okay. Probably could have healed before coming in here. Let's get all the spellcasters. Tent back up. Judge's not that far off from another level. Not that close either. Next level. Gain strength, piety, vitality, and 1 hit point. What are your stats like? 14, 15, 15, 10, 18, and 18. 2 18s is not bad. Agility and luck are maxed out there at 18. I don't think you can go higher than that. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I think Ryan is like, I think what did I say last time? He's like four levels away from potentially rising up here. Let's check it out. Mage or priest? Not really there. Jum could become a mage. Jum could just be a mage. And that's about that. Which at this point I kind of feel like he'd be better off at, because he's not cutting it as frontline fighter anymore. He's got hit points, but that's about it. Jeremy could become a samurai or a bishop, but I think I'm just gonna leave Jeremy as a straight fighter because and the bishop there. About utter chaos, major fighter, yeah, nothing super special there. I just don't want to risk too scare that for now. Yeah, it would be nice to have more spell casting, but I don't feel like it's really worth it. I feel like the risk is greater than the reward. I regret becoming a samurai. I would probably get like a stat boost by just becoming a fighter, but don't even have the the stats to become a fighter. I may just be reimagining Jum as a mage, and then just leveling up on that. He's gonna just have like 5 classes stacked up. All right, we got some healing to do. So let's go do the healing real quick. And I think that's okay, that's good. That's good. Who gets those spells back? Okay. I think we're gonna keep going at this for a little while. We could risk it. We could risk it and go back down for another Ring of Death, which really just gets us money. There's good experience to be had if everyone lives. If everybody lives through that fight, it's a nice chunk of experience. I feel like we're safer on level 3. For now. Until when, I don't know. Let's set a goal on that. When do we take our tentative step out of level 3 and continue on 4? Ryan is 10. Jeremy's 11. Let's see if we can get our core group up to like level 12. We probably won't do that today. We'll see if we can get like the core group up to like 12, and then we'll check and see. We'll see how we can do on the next layer, because I don't know how much that will help with stuff unless people get faster or we have some kind of spell we can counter it. Because the biggest risk was things that hit us with AoE, poison and stuff. The level's so low. It's deceptive, Judd. It's deceptive because you were a level 11 mage, and then we changed you to a bishop. So comparatively, like, your level is much higher, all told. But yeah, you'll get back up there before too long. And I hope so, because I really could use someone else who can cure paralysis. Although I do worry that being a bishop puts you at risk of also getting paralyzed by the undead stuff. Yeah, not bad. You were like making bank. Not only like Judd is the most powerful spellcaster on the team, but Judd's now also the big money maker, just by virtue of the fact that Judd can identify a 250,000 gold ring that we can sell. It's like that one sale is going to keep us flush for some time. But now we're getting all these swords. I'm really excited. We have all these magic swords now. Ryan, Jeremy, and Silas all have a magic item. I think Judd has something too, right? No, Chaos does. So the first four members, all of the people who actively do melee all have improved weapons now that we found in the dungeon. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with Jum, because I don't think it's worth it to keep him as a fighter because his stats got so low. He's still got decent hit points. We could make him a frontline fighter that just casts spells, but we got to get his levels up higher to actually be able to cast spells. And the flip side is that I could just level him up as a mage at this point. You know, you can take him up to level 11 as a mage and then retrain him as a fighter, just start him over from nothing. God, his total levels would be insane. Because that's all you get with a samurai. As far as I know, you have the same status as a fighter, but you can cast spells that you gain slowly. And it seems like I could just make a mage become a fighter. I'm going about it kind of the wrong way. No, it's just kidding. Oh, no worries. But we'll see. Like, he's got hit points, and that's what matters. He'll stand in front and take the hits, and he can cast some spells. He's only got a couple levels of mage spells, so he can't even do like the really cool stuff now anyway. He can use those wands until they break. I don't know. I hate to just retire somebody. I would rather he die in the line of duty than just stick him back in town. Say, nah, we don't need you no more. We'll see what we do with that. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on Mr. Arthur, and I will be back in just a few moments. Stay tuned. Back, and I have a cookie. Can't share it with you. The magic of the internet doesn't allow me to pass these cookies to you. And I don't think any of you guys have a fax machine. Not a food fax like I've got. Otherwise, I'd send it your way, but unfortunately, it's just me. All right. Well, let's just continue on with what we're doing right now. Just grinding for some levels here. That's what we're here for. We're here for the grinding. See if we can get some more magic items. I guess that's where I want to go. I'm glad I don't take damage from walking into the walls because I'd be hurting. Because I just keep doing it. Also, that would suck if you're in a dark area. If you took damage from hitting the wall. Because you hit a wall a lot. That's how you map out the dark areas, is by hitting the walls. And if you took damage from that, that would be nightmarish. All right, let's take a quick look at everyone's experience. I don't think anyone is remotely close to leveling. Judd's probably the closest. Let's see. 43,000, 48,000, 40,000, 86,000, 13,000. All right, Judd's the closest to leveling. Yeah, the requirements. I was talking to my friend today after I got done with D&D about Wild Arms and how I don't have a chart that I could look at, but the leveling in Wild Arms doesn't seem like in a lot of RPGs, the amount of experience you need to reach the next level goes up constantly. So like you need 100 to go from 1 to 2, and then 200 to go from 2 to 3, and then 400 to go from 3 to 4, like on and on and on. So that every level, there's a higher bar to pass. So you can't just fight the same stuff and keep gaining levels effectively. You have to go fight tougher and tougher enemies. And Wild Arms didn't seem that way, because I definitely got to a point where I really can't deny that I was too high of a level for where I was at, which was just the rest of the game. I definitely like accidentally got too high level, but I was still gaining levels through the rest of the game, even though like nothing I encountered was really a challenge. And the pace at which I was gaining levels was just like, I wasn't even grinding at that point. That was just normal encounters, and we gained a ton of levels that way. It doesn't seem like the amount needed was really increasing. It seemed like that scale is just busted in Wild Arms compared to this game, where the amount of experience it takes to go from 1 to 11 for a mage, because it's different per class, for a mage to go from 1 to 11 is very close to the amount you need to go from 11 to 13. Like the amount of experience you need to get past level 11 into the higher levels goes up so much that that's why I put like 12 on there. I don't know what level. We will probably not get past level 14 or 15. Unless we absolutely need to, unless we go down there and get actually swamped. But I feel like we're going to end the game under level 20. This is going to be like the first game that we play through that we don't max level on, because I don't think I have the stamina for it. But it does present problems if your character isn't where you want it to be. By the time you reach level 11, it really seems like they're not going to get there. Looking around at everybody's stats here. So you really got to get the stat boosts you want early on. Hope for the best. Samurai, 6 of them, eh? It's so weird that I have so like 2. Why does it go 8 4 2 3 3 4? Or is it just because that's the number of spells that I know? Oh, that makes sense then. No, because this one has more than that. It's strange. Anyway, let's just cast some lower level stuff here. Yeah, I think the spell slots change because he's not a mage, but I think they will increase in total as Judd gains pre-spells. But definitely puts Ben at the advantage with the number of spells. But I don't want to burn through all like the most powerful stuff. Especially if these guys are just gonna run away. Trapless chest. Hey, we'd love to see it. I'm very suspicious anytime I see a trapless chest. That it, like, does it actually have no trap, or am I just gonna get bonked here? So I don't know. I don't have this concern about like really any other character. Every other character is doing very well. Jum is like the main like concern character because his stats have gotten so weak that I feel like if I want to continue to use Jum, I really need to go back and redo him. But right now, like that's the only class that he can switch into. It's the only class I could swap him to is a mage. And that might not be so bad to get him a couple levels in mage and then switch back if his stats go up. See if I could make him into a fighter. But that would also like, that also entails certain risks. See if I can silence these guys. Oh boy. Oh, they hit us with that silence, man. Oh, they got us good with that. Oh, they silenced all of us. All right, this is just a bloody fight to the death in. Everybody got silenced. That was rough. All of the spellcasters got silenced. They turned my own tools against me. I'm just gonna run away. They're just running away. Don't you run from me, capybaras. Knuckles time. Oh, it's a fight you want, huh? Oh, you don't want any spells? You're just gonna have to deal with this cold hard steel. I think that will kill the ninjas. Yes, it did kill the ninjas. It just killed them instantly. We're not getting any like the really power encounters this time through. Oh no, we were surprised. Oh no, everyone's getting poisoned. Oh no, Ryan! The damn ninjas got us. They jumped us. Oh, someone else is gonna die. This is gonna be ugly. Hope for the best here. Bring out the big guns. That was a lot of experience, but Ryan is dead. We gotta go back and bring Ryan back to life now. Oh, that was terrible. Let's just see what everyone's experienced. We got a nice chunk of experience out of it. Ryan did not enjoy the benefits of that experience, though. But that got, Judd's close enough that he can, he'll probably reach another level. There we go. We have to go back. Those damn ninjas. I can't believe they got him. Damn, but again, I say, like, the sound they make when they decapitate someone almost takes some of the pain away. Don't leave it his head. Nah, no, the temple will grow a new head. It's fine. He's a fighter. There's nothing going on in there anyway. What's it going to cost me? A pittance. We're rich. How long will we stay rich? Please, Ryan, don't die. Oh, no! Ryan turned to ash. Okay. We need to do something here first. Let's bring Ryan back into the party. Just in case, right? Because he's got that key that I may or may not need, and that really nice sword. The rest of it we can replace. That's all fine. Let's trade some stuff here. Let's send this sword to Jeremy. And this key to Jeremy. Okay, just in case. And then let's we'll give this potion of antidote over to Silas. Okay, just in case, because he's ashes right now. So if he gets destroyed, all that stuff will be gone. Learned my lesson from Flash. Ryan joins me in Oblivion. Well, we'll give it a shot. It's $5,000. $5,000 to bring him back from ashes. Fingers crossed. Okay, he lives. So this is like the higher level you are, the more dangerous death becomes. All right, now you can give him the stuff back. We'll just Jeremy will just hold on to that for now. Oh boy. All right, we got to do some healing. Wow, they brought Ryan back fully healed. That's pretty crazy. Usually, like, I guess because you need the higher level spell for that. GG Ryan. He lived. Those ninjas are dangerous. Yeah, those ninjas are not to be trifled with, man. But that's what it takes for them to take us out now, is they basically have to jump us in the dark. They have to survive us. They have to surprise us. But that's the same thing that was causing us problems last week. When we had all those issues in those battles, was specifically because stuff was surprising us. Undaunted, though, we will return. Really? The Bushwhackers, did you really think this through? When I get attacked by stuff on this level now, it's like, did you guys really consider your options? I feel like you didn't. Maybe they thought we were weak because they saw us carrying Ryan's body out of here. But the fact that he came back should tell them that, like, you're not gonna get that. Started watching Kakaishi. What's that about? What's that about? I have not. I don't recall it. I've seen and heard too much stuff that now they all blend together in my mind. Teenagers making barriers to caption demons. That sounds familiar. Which I hate to say it, but that's not saying much with anime because they reuse the same stuff over and over. Oh, I know it sounded familiar. I was thinking of Beyond the Barrier, which is a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing entirely. The barriers are squares. Like they're really stuck up. Uh-oh. Oh, this is actually a good fight. If we can take out the kimonoed men, we get the creeping coins fight, which actually works really well. Those kimono men could be samurai, could be ninjas, but I'm pretty sure they're ninjas. Oh, I didn't go back and I didn't go back and sleep, did I? Get those kimonos out of here. And to see if these creeping coins finally take their shot. They're trying. There's so many of them. We just have to sit here and watch as they breathe on us. As Ben just effortlessly kills all of the kimonoed men. And more coins breathing on us. Yeah, I don't know. I think once they poisoned a couple of us. But we were a couple levels lower. But But those creeping coins mostly have not done anything to us. They keep trying, though. It just makes this fight take forever. We gotta sit here and wait for them all to breathe on us. There are 14 creeping coins. And the one casting of a spell took it out. 3 grand! Trapless chest. Are we sure about that? Trapless chest. Okay. 18 gold. It puts Judd very close. Oh yeah, that's this one. It's like the one room that isn't. Oh my god, the ninjas again! Quick, mages! Kill the ninjas! Oh, excellent. We alpha striked them straight to hell. No ninjas today, please. I think we can just beat them up. Yeah. That's the first time of that. Just gonna totally check out Kakashi. I will give it a shot. Samurai or ninja? I think samurai might be armored, and I'm just confused visually because they have because the graphic shows samurai. But because we do encounter samurai down here too. One ogre. You're dead. I do not wish to fight friendly dragonflies. No, thank you. I could do without the weird humanoid fights, to be honest. Oh god, it's the rotting corpses. Kill them quick. Destroy them. Okay, good. There's such a pain in the butt. Shield. All right. What's this shield? Send the shield down to Judd. Judd, identify this item, please, if you would. No, you know what it is. Iron shield. Who can use an iron shield that doesn't already have one? I don't think Chaos can. Silas has one. Jeremy has one. Ryan could probably use an iron shield. Let's see, AC1. Yes, it was better. Very good. I didn't realize, it didn't occur to me to check. Otherwise I would have known. Because we could have just bought that shield for Ryan. Oh no, it's breathing on us! Luckily they don't do a lot of damage on their own. It's only when there's a big group of them. Oh, the toads! They look so cool! Oh no, they poisoned Silas! Damn, every time. We're all good. It's all good. Anti-fraud. I don't know. Isn't it usually a slime thing? Are frogs mixed in that now too? That's pretty disturbing. 7 ogres. But they'll all just run away. They know what's up. They know better. I respect when we get jumped and they're like, I'd rather not. Unless they surprise us and run away. The best encounters are like when it's a single wizard. From Jared Leto is my Joker. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Your tricks won't work on me. It's big in some communities. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. All right, these guys could probably silence us. Damn it. Of course, the person that got silenced was the person that is casting the spell. Took some damage on that one. I'm not too happy about that. We're running low on the spells. Man, Ben, I'm not gonna say he came close, but like, he was low. Judd's fine. Judd's fine. Actually, Judd can just heal his own self. Yeah, there we go. Do. A dude from Gotham is my Joker. I only saw clips of that. Bears, 6 bears in cloaks, wearing cloaks. Are they in disguise? Oh, they're just gonna leave. All right, let me inspect this chest. Nope. Oh, I may have to step away for a minute. Someone's having trouble. I might have to help somebody get a grill started. Dun. Stunner. At least we know it's a stunner. Oh my god. Damn it! No, it is this one. We probably should leave the dungeon. So we're doing level-wise. Oh, Judd's only 260 away. All right, can we get one fight before I have to go help with this grill? Jeez. Hey, perfect. That was just enough. Now we just got to get out of here. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let me get back to town. And I have to step away for a minute to assist with a grill lighting. I'm not sure what the issue is going to be, but we'll find out. It's imperative that I assist with this grill lighting because I've got hamburgers on the line, and I'm not about to miss out on some burgers, some brats, some dogs. It's meat, cooked meat that I desire. I will be back in just a few moments. This hopefully shouldn't take too long. I'm just gonna help get this set up, and then I will be back, and we will see what Judd's got coming with this level. I want to return in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. Unfortunately, I gotta cut out early tonight because this grill is having issues and they're not gonna leave me alone until it's working. So let's see what we got. Gain strength, gain piety, lost vitality. I think that's the second time. Gained agility, 1 hit point. I don't expect Judd to be gaining a ton of hit points for a bit, but those are all good gains. Let's have the other casters in our party also rest up. Where do I have other cast? Oh, she was on the bottom because she got paralyzed. Okay. All right. Well, I would have loved to try to get one more level, but it's like I said, we got 2 levels out of it. Unfortunately, I got to go deal with this. It's a pressing issue. My dinner is on the line. And other people are like myself. If something's broke, they're not going to let it go till it gets going again. And I'm not relishing because it was at the point where like, okay, I got to start taking this apart, which means I got to start handling like greasy grill metal. And I'm not going to want to be messing with my controller like that. And it's going to be a while. And I don't want to keep you waiting for like 20 minutes while I fiddle with this grill. So that's where we will call it for today. I will have a schedule up possibly tonight. Otherwise, I'll have it up early tomorrow. We're gonna play some new stuff with Resident Evil sometime next week. Maybe a Star Wars game tomorrow. Maybe. It is May the 4th. And then Phasmophobia on Wednesday. And of course, we'll be back for more of this next Sunday. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me and for chatting as usual. I hope you enjoyed Wizardry, and I hope you will stop back again for the next one. Until that time, so long, everybody. Bye-bye.